Hi everyone, welcome to the HubSpot Outlook for May 2025, today from the Sigtuna office. Today we'll discuss the most important HubSpot updates, explore news and trends, and look into some of the latest research. Starting with the updates, there was a lot of updates because right after we did the April update, HubSpot came out with their Spring Spotlight. Now the most important ones of those Spring Spotlight we will show you here. So firstly, the multi-account management feature. This lets you connect up to 5 different HubSpot portals with each other, and you do need a marketing enterprise for it, but when you have it, you can copy assets like workflows and forms from one portal to the next. There also is the feature of data mirroring. For that, you need a Sales or Service Hub Pro or Enterprise, but that then allows you to view contact data from one portal in the next portal. Of course, keep in mind all the legal aspects of this. Last month, HubSpot also brought us some updates for data model customization. So one of the things that we can do now is rename the standard HubSpot objects like deals and companies to things that fit more with your business language, like accounts and opportunities. Also, we got a new centralized view and for the data model and AI-powered recommendations for how to improve the data model. But these two are still in beta. Then, as a third thing, the research intent. HubSpot did launch buyer intent some time ago, but they've now added research intent. This allows you to view if people in your target market are also researching your product or service on places other than your own website. So there's currently more than 200,000 websites connected to this. More are coming. So this potentially could replace tools like 6sense or ZoomInfo or other tools that allows you to research buyer intent or research intent. All right, let's look at some of the most relevant news and recent happenings in the world of HubSpot. Firstly, I want to talk a little bit about an acquisition that HubSpot did. They bought a company called Dashworks. Dashworks was a startup that was specialized in AI-powered search and knowledge management. The HubSpot AI or the Breeze intelligence model consists of a couple of different layers, and the top layer you recognize, that's the user-facing tools like Copilot, the stuff you see just in your Marketing Hub, in your Sales Hub, the agents. There's layers below that for integration, for security, for context. So this tool will be more towards the lower layers of the AI model. Same as Frame AI, which is a tool they bought, and now we've learned a little bit more about what that means. So Frame AI is more on like proactive AI, so in sort of the intelligence layer of the model, and also is really good at looking at unstructured data, so in the context layer. So their main focus is to build a unified context layer so that the different agents, the different AI tools don't use their own context or their own model, but have a unified layer. And then onwards to the 2025 Magic Quadrant for Content Marketing Platforms by Gartner. HubSpot is positioned here as a leader together with our friends at Optimizely. And it's great to see that sort of these investments that HubSpot has done over the past year in Content Hub, specifically Content Remix and their content agents, are paying off and are getting acknowledged here. There's one more acquisition I want to address, which was the one that they did end of last year of Cashflow. For a little bit more details now. Cashflow, their CEO, is now the VP of Commerce Hub and got tasked with rebuild Cashflow natively into HubSpot. So most likely after inbound, we will see, and this is a bit of a gut feeling, but most likely we will see HubSpot come out with a full like CPQ or configure price quote solution. Most likely also meaning that there will be Starter Pro and Enterprise levels for the Commerce Hub, which is currently completely free. Lastly, the Q1 results came out. HubSpot showing good growth in revenue, 16% year over year for the first quarter. Also, they have been moving more and more up market, and there they have seen a 23% increase in larger deals, which is great. So their strategy is getting traction. And then, of course, with all these numbers, there was a lot of emphasis on how they are succeeding as an AI-first solution and their AI-first strategy. For the highlight of this month, we have the KPMG AI Quarterly Pulse Survey, which is a research KPMG does with 130 C-level executives, US-based companies of $1 billion or more annually. Now, of those 130, only 11% said that they have actually deployed an AI agent. Most are in the phase of like piloting and like experimenting. And this is an interesting number because I was able to ask Andy Petrie some questions last week. He's the executive VP of product at HubSpot, and I asked him like, hey, what has been your favorite product update of the past 12 months? And for him, that was the prospecting agent. And sort of with this number in mind, that's interesting. It's quite of a big win to be able to deliver an out-of-the-box and easy-to-deploy agent when so many people are struggling with actually getting their agent live. And I would really encourage you to check out this prospecting agent. That was it for this time. Of course, the mentioned resources will be linked around, and as always, feel free to grab some time in my calendar if you want to continue discussion or have further questions. Thank you. Bye-bye.